Oh, we're live. We're live. Oh, Teddy Roosevelt, yes. Oh, Teddy Roosevelt. It's probably what Mrs. Roosevelt said. Anyway, I'm autistic. Stream time! Let's stream! Why is my chair so low? Who put my chair down? Oh, there we go. Now we're up there. I feel nice and high and mighty. Gator Boy! John! James! What's up? How we doing today? I didn't pull my chat up because I suck. Oh shit, everybody's here. Napster Rock, Brad McDougal, Karokacho, MLG Quickscope, Dondi, Ralph Jones, Ish Honda, Katsu, N6, Lilia, Lizzie, Melonhead. What's that say? Steel Outcast, Al Montejo, Profound. What's up, everybody? Stephen, Bibe, Aussie Boom, Sammy B, Diddy Touch, Steel Outcast, Cristiano, Shadow Company, Mary, and N6. What's up, everybody? How we doing on this beautiful Tuesday morning? Tuesday morning. Thank you for the congrats on beating Nameless King. I don't think I've ever spent 4 hours trying to do one thing in a video game ever. That was so long and so hard. So much so that I need a break today. Yeah, I can't do Dark Souls today after 4.5 hours of Nameless King yesterday. I say it correctly, Al Montejo? Beautiful, I'm glad. He said Tuesday morning, yes. You skip school for this, Lizzie? I would not recommend that. Anyway, hope you're all doing good today. I'm not doing Dark Souls today, like I said, just taking a little break. We'll be back tomorrow. I just have a couple things I wanted to do today, stream-wise, so I hope it's entertaining for you guys. We have a bit of an agenda. First of which is just, I'm going to talk to chat. No pressure. I'll answer questions and shit. What you reading on the books on the back? Let me tell you, Katsu. All of those I've already read. I'm not reading any of them currently. Maybe I could do a book tour sometime, but here's what I'm reading. There's two things.
Barado super chatted $1.
Two things I'm reading right now.
You look really
so
good.
the first one,
nuts.
I try to mix
Kissing
in
face
two
emoji.
different types of
Kissing
books.
face emoji.
One is like
Kissing face emoji.
self-improvement type shit. Super chat, but I couldn't hear it because my headphones weren't in. God damn it. Barry Doo, thank you for the super chat. Did it ever come on screen? Where's the super chat? I hope it came on screen and I missed it. Anyway, two types of books I read. So the first type of book, I'll read these interchangeably throughout the week. I'll read one like self-improvement, like have a better life type of book, and then I'll also read a biography of someone from history. So what I'm currently reading right now, this one was highly rated. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. I know, it's a very, the title was a little off-putting, title was a little off-putting because it's like, this is kind of, too on the nose. But, sorry, hi, Rapi Bara. But it was actually highly reviewed and everyone, said it was like, very good actually. And I read it. Some of the stuff I already knew, but some of it actually was some good stuff. I'm like halfway through it, so I don't know how much it's helping, but there was a couple changes I made to my financial situation because of it. So pretty good stuff here. Also, what is this slop? I'm sorry, Raisin. I'm just yapping right now. I am also reading Teddy Roosevelt. This book is 900 pages. I started it 2 days ago. This might take me, a week or two to get through. Teddy Roosevelt. I heard a lot of good things about this guy. He apparently has a really cool story and is a really cool guy. I'm like 60 pages in, and he has already accomplished more than I have in my life by the time he's like 14. Pretty crazy shit, so I'm hoping it's still entertaining. I am not a performative male, I promise. I'm not reading feminist literature right now. Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt. I'm hoping he does me good. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. All that shit in the back I've already read. Cool. If we donate $70, will you oil up? My price is much steeper than that. Because, no, Mr. Potato and Gator Boy, don't. If you're going to give me $70, do it out of the kind of super chat. Do it out of the kindness of your heart.
Baradon super chatted $1.21. Teach me how to be as good looking as you. Kissing face emoji.
That's very nice of you. I'm not that good looking, I don't think. I just, I work out and I don't drink alcohol. I don't eat terrible stuff. I'm just healthy is the thing. Anyway, I forgot the super chat goal for spinning the wheel, so I don't have it officially, but 3 more super chats and I'll spin the wheel. Orange Peanut raging and destroying his controller compilation 1. I'm happy to say I have never destroyed my controller, but my desk has taken a bit of a beating a few times. So, what the hell was I talking about? We talked about reading. We talked about super chats. YouTube, that who created YouTube, your face is fucking fire. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm having a little bit of an issue right now, though. The hair is starting to get to a point where it falls over, and I'm doing that stim where I keep, like, rolling it back as if it's going to stay, but it never does, so Thursday I'm getting a haircut. Speaking of haircuts, you guys remember last year when I tried to grow a mullet out? I was looking back on it. Actually, let's take a look together, because it was so bad. I mean, I got clowned in the comments, and I thought you guys were just being mean. But it was so bad. Like, I grew out a mullet last year, and, like, looking back on it, I'm glad I did it just because, now I know that it looked terrible. But if I look back on it, where was it really bad? I'm trying to find a video where the mullet was terrible. Like, right around 6 months ago? Was it this? Hang on. I'll find the video. Promiscuous. Oh, okay. Here, let's go into reaction mode. Look. Look at this shit!
But I'm sure it's gonna sound good.
Why would I do this? What is this?
To what I believe
Stop!
is the worst song
Cut
ever
it off!
created. And I need to share.
What was I doing? Ew! You fucking disgusting human being! Oh! Oh! Oh, that was so bad. Oh. Oh. Never again. Listen, I'm glad I did it because now I know it does not look good. But that was, yeah, it was a mullet. Bro looks like an exotic bird. Yeah. Yeah, oh my gosh. I got so many comments saying it looked awful and I was like, no, it looks good. They were right. They were like Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah, it was bad. Have a good day, Bari Do. Have a great day. The bro looked like the Nameless King's dragon. Yeah, the mullet. Whenever I grew out the mullet, my views dropped by like 20%, and I'm pretty sure it was because I was just so unappealing to look at when I had that goddamn mullet. Whew, that was rough times. Glad I'm out of those. Looks like a lesbian, something like that. Yeah, that was rough. All right, that's enough yapping. I've been yapping for 8 minutes. It's time for more yapping, actually, but more focused yapping. The second thing I wanted to talk about today was my plan as a YouTuber, because I'm about a month into doing YouTube as like a full-time job, and the money I'm making right now, like, I can live off of it, but it wouldn't exactly be fun to live off of that forever. Not enough to start a family, buy a house, and whatnot. So I've been kind of in the background formulating a plan to increase the way I make money off of YouTube. And it's always a bit of a difficult time, because the way I could make the most money off YouTube is just by making terrible, spammy content about OnlyFans and drama all the time. No joke, I'm jorking to you right now. You're interrupting my train of thought is what you're doing. But I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Anyway, what I was talking about was... What the hell was I talking about? I fucking lost my train of thought. Money! Yeah, I'm making, like, decent money right now. Like, enough to live off of from YouTube. But, if I want to have children and buy a house and stuff... got to be making more. So this is what I was talking about. In the background, I've kind of been formulating a plan. And, oh yeah, this is also what I was talking about. The difficult part with YouTube is, like, I could make a lot more money by making bad repetitive content. Like, if I spammed videos about YouTube drama and OnlyFans reactions, I could make so much more money. But also part of the reason I like YouTube is I can kind of do what I want and be fulfilled. And I don't want to have to be a slave to making, like, shitty content that is just for money. So it's always a balancing act of making money and making content that you like and enjoy. So yeah, I'm not going to become Greg Doucette. Not right now in my life. Maybe when I'm an old man. But anyway, I've been formulating a plan so I can still kind of make the content I like while also making enough money to support myself. If there's any financial difficulty, you can always create your OnlyFans page. Well, that's like kind of a last resort. I don't want to have to worry about that right now. Start a scamming scheme, get rich quick. That's also an option. Get a real job and have YouTube as a hobby. No, I can't do that. I can either do one or the other. After doing YouTube and college for 4 years, I can't do any more of, like, focusing on one thing and then stopping that and focusing on another. It's just exhausting. It's either YouTube or job. I'm not doing both. Anyway, I have my business plan here, and we're going to get a little personal talking about money right now, but I don't really care. I mean, I'm obviously not rich. So I have my notepad. Here is my plan. I'm going to go over it and see what you guys think about it. My genius YouTube plan in the notepad. Can I full screen it? No, I cannot. Anyway, so my most profitable thing that I have on the channel right now is just the regular videos, the reactions, whatever the hell I post as my main videos. I did the cigarette challenge recently. I do, if real big drama happens, I'll talk about that. I'll do, like, crazy podcast stuff. Not me doing a podcast, but, like, reacting to bad podcasts. Whatever the hell I do for my main videos, I don't even know what you call it. That makes me the most money, so I'm going to keep that up. I'm not going to change that at all. But the streams is a second source of revenue, which is less, still significant, but a little less consistent. Because, like, yesterday, I streamed for 5 hours. There were no super chats, which is fine. No one is under an obligation to super chat. I will never get mad at you guys for not super chatting. But it's just a fact of, like, if it's your job, you need to acknowledge the money that streams make. Streams are a little inconsistent money-wise. Like, last Friday, I streamed Dark Souls for 3 hours, and the stream made, like, $150. Yesterday, I streamed Dark Souls for 5 hours, and it made $2. So the streams I'm not focusing on so much for money. It's more just building a bond with the audience. But I plan on streaming every weekday, 5 days a week, 2 to 3 hours, just because it is the core of what I enjoy most as a content creator. And I'll get into how I'm going to monetize them a little more without having to rely on super chats and stuff. YouTube memberships. I haven't even thought about that, but I might want to consider that. Multi-streaming as well. I want to take a day to try and figure that out. I don't know how it's going to work with, like, chat and everything, but streaming on Twitch and YouTube combined might get the viewership up a little bit. Red Peanut. Some people don't even know I have another channel, Red Peanut. It's where I do, like, videos on more, like, real topics. I made one recently about the depressing truths of life, and that doesn't make really any money because I've only been making, like, one video a month. But if I get it to one video a week, I'm consistent there, and I can get the views up a little bit. That could make a little bit of money because I like making those videos too. Paying an editor a percentage gets more costly with the more views you have. A flat rate might be okay. Well, let me get into that, Awaken. This is the big change I'm going to be making, and it's going to be a difficult change because I'm going to have to hire someone. But there is going to be probably, I haven't fully decided on it yet, but there is going to be a third channel that is going to be made. And for all of you saying, this is too much work, you can't balance all this, hear me out, okay? So, something that streamers do that seems to be very profitable is they'll react to videos on stream and then post those clips to like a backup channel. Like the guys like XQZ, Penguin Z0, people like that, they'll react to videos on stream and then post like that 10-minute segment of the stream to a YouTube channel called like an extra thing. And then those videos actually, since they're longer videos, they actually make pretty good money. So here's what I want to do with the new channel. I'm going to call it like More Peanut or Extra Peanut or something like that. Haven't decided on the name yet, but basically what I'm going to do, maybe once a week, I'm going to be mostly streaming games on this channel, but like once a week I'll do a reaction stream or something like that, react to like 5 to 10 videos, and then I'll have this second channel and I'm going to have an editor, whatever you want to call it, posting both the clips, which it's not going to take much effort. All you really have to do is I go to OBS, I hit record, I put it up, you got to crop the beginning and end, you post it, make a thumbnail title. It should only take like 15 to 20 minutes per video to do. And then also shorts. There's like a thing I have called Opus Clip. It creates shorts from your video. It's very simple. So the new channel, it's going to have a shit ton of shorts, clips from the stream, and then also the longer reactions from the streams. And then instead of having to worry about paying an editor and how that's going to come out of the thing, since it's a backup channel and I don't really care about it too much, I'm just going to have the editor make half of what the channel makes since I'm not really doing anything. I think that'll be good incentive for whoever the editor is to work hard and, maximize the channel's potential. TBH, I wouldn't name the channel something that implies it's just extra. A lot of people watch those kinds of clips as the main way they engage with the content creator stuff. Oh, so what I would call it, like Blue Peanut or something? Bring back Blue Peanut? It's maybe. Or just like The Peanut or something like that. I want it to have like, cohesion with the channel. Maybe Blue Peanut is good. Rip Blue Peanut, my old channel that got taken down. Tony's Nutty Adventures. No, I don't think I'm going to call it that. Yellow Peanut, that's an option. We still need Black Peanut, Green Peanut, whatever the hell. Rainbow Peanut, that would be like the gay channel. Yeah, there's a whole lot of peanut potential here. So yeah, that's generally, I think it probably wouldn't make a lot at first, but the thing with reaction videos, if one of them goes semi-viral, because they're so long, they're going to make so much money. Like if one of them I post, like a clip from a stream gets 100,000 views, that's going to make like $300 to $400. So that is a great way to supplement extra income to the channel and then just have a little more of a cushion. And that way I don't have to, like spam the main channel with a bunch of stuff, because the main channel, I've never really been a fan of like spamming on there, because that's more like videos I think are really funny and there's more planning. Not a ton of planning, don't get me wrong, but there's more planning and there's more of an idea behind them. Radioactive Peanut, there you go. Hamlindigo Blue, good reference, Nate. Shout out to Better Call Saul. I like your workout vids. They provide inspiration to my workouts. I've only made like 3 or 4 of them, so I definitely do want to do 1 or 2 in the main channel. It's just I don't know how much of my audience cares about working out, so I don't know. It's always difficult to balance like what you like and what the audience likes. Ooh. Anyway, all right, whole lot of yapping. I apologize. I just kind of wanted to show you guys my plan to let you know I'm not just sitting back trying the same thing every day and then being like, oh, why am I not making enough money off YouTube? I understand it's something that you really have to work towards. Anyway, react to UGC cheater getting caught. It's a lot of drama. Never heard of it. Have alphas in your bloodline? I have no idea. They don't tell you that on 23andMe. If you're watching YouTube videos, please watch videos from the channel Return to Meme. You'll like it. I'll check it out. Alright, yapping done. Just a reminder, why are you stuck at 944K? Fun fact, I was stuck at 943 and 942, but I clawed my way out. I'll get 1 million one day. Anyway, react to your very first video? Yeah, why not? Let's do that. I can do that. I have videos lined up to react to already, but yeah. Let's see where we came from. It's good to remember where you came from. Orange Peanuts first video ever. So, little lore behind my first video. Before I was a YouTuber or streamer or whatever, in my high school years, I was an Instagram meme page. I posted memes, and I got an account to like 90,000 followers on there. And I made the YouTube channel because sometimes I would go Instagram live doing challenges, and I wanted to be able to post those somewhere. So the first video on the Orange Peanut channel is a live stream from my Instagram meme page, and that is how we get Orange Peanut versus a jalapeno pepper. This is 6 years ago, so I must have been, if this was 2019 or early 2020, I must have been 15 years old here. And
it's kind of black on the side.
I don't know if I was like, I don't know how to describe this, gay when I was younger, but my voice has very homosexual undertones. Maybe it still does, but much more so when I was 15. Like, listen to me talk.
It's probably not good.
It's probably not good.
How much? 36, 39. I'm just gonna wait a minute before I eat this.
Let's wait a minute before I eat this. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if I was putting on a voice to sound cool for the stream. I don't know what happened, but possible homosexual.
Alright, so basically, I know there were a lot of people
There are a lot of people
kind of being mean to me because they said this wasn't that bad. I have a very low tolerance for spice.
That has changed a lot over the years. I've done so many spicy challenges. Jalapeno is nothing, kid.
If anyone had watched my, whatchamacallit.
Alright, anyway, let's just see what happened.
What else? Enjoy this. Everyone will leave. Oh, it doesn't smell great. But
By the way, you can't follow this Instagram account. It got banned for terms of service.
that's probably because it's been sitting here.
Just
I
eat
put
the
it in
thing,
freezer.
Jesus! You never heard of retention?
I really don't know how bad this is gonna be. I got 4,
Stop.
3.
Okay, there you go.
2, 1. I'm gonna be able to swallow.
Fucking pussy. Couldn't even handle a jalapeno pepper. Idiot! Anyway. Why did it get banned? What's terms of service? Oh, I posted memes, and this was back before, back in the day, I'm sounding like such an unk by saying this, back in the day, Instagram had much stricter, before the Instagram Reels days, the Instagram was actually pretty strict on what you could post, and I had a bunch of memes taken down for being offensive, bullying, stuff like that, and eventually the page got taken down. No, you did not sound gay, just young. But I feel like other young people don't sound like that. It wasn't like I had a high-pitched voice. It was just an undertone. Tell the story of the most cringiest thing you did or happened with you. Ooh, I've done some bad things. I've done some bad things. I've done some very cringe things when I was a teenager. I'm trying to think of what was the worst one. What was the worst thing I did as a kid? Oh, fuck. I don't even want to take this trip down memory lane. I was a cringe high schooler. Okay. Here's cringe. You want to hear a cringe social anxiety story from high school? Because I don't really have it now, but oh, good lord. Back in probably the first 2 years of high school when I was 14 and 15, I basically could not talk to girls at all. Like, I could respond if they talked to me, but I did not have the ability to, like, go up and say something to a girl. So there was this moment, it was in health class, funnily enough, and it's not going where you think it's going. But I was in health class, and we were doing this stupid thing that I hate. in high school. It was called popcorn, where we were reading out a textbook, and like you would read a paragraph, and you would have to pick someone else to read the next paragraph, and you would say like popcorn, that person's name, right? So I didn't have many friends in high school, so somebody started, and basically, they pick the popcorn people, they pick their friend for the popcorn. So all of the guys popcorned each other, and the teacher had a rule, you can't go twice. So all of the guys popcorned to each other, and I was the last guy that was popcorn to, essentially. So, I did my reading, and I had to embark upon the treacherous concept of picking a girl in class to popcorn to for the reading. And in my socially anxious mind, as a, 14, 15-year-old, I was like, whatever girl I pick is going to think I like her. So when it came time to popcorn someone, I finished reading my paragraph of the textbook, and I said, popcorn, and then a minute later, the health teacher was like, just pick someone, all the girls are left, and I go, okay, popcorn, and then the health teacher got pissed and just picked someone. But the whole room, it was maybe the most awkward room ever. Everyone was just staring at me as I was going, when I tell you I was thinking about this for like the next year, it was one of those things that like keeps a fella up at night. It was so bad. Like, maybe that doesn't sound so bad to you guys, but for a socially anxious person, like, having everyone stare at you in a room is maybe the worst thing possible. Now I think it's funny when people stare at me because I do weird shit. But it was, you make a similar sound to the Dark Souls dying sound. No, that one's more like, oh, yeah, I guess it is similar, actually. But, oh my gosh, that was, I still think about that sometimes to this day. Why didn't I just pick someone? It was so bad. I was so cringe. Been there with that level of goofiness, that's good. Sounds like a movie comedy, a movie depressing comedy maybe, but it was so bad. Oh, it was so bad. Anyway, enough depressing stuff. I have some videos to react to. How did I lose my V card? That's quite personal, my friend. I don't know if I want to tell that story. I'm not going to tell that story, but I will tell you I was 17 on my high school senior week, and I was determined. Anyway, let's start reacting. Diary of a Wimpy Kid ad moment? Yeah, that was probably something like that. Alright, I got some videos to react to here. Let's get into it. We have a bit of a variety to react to today. Fargo not... No, the snore man is back. Oh. The snore man is back. Alright. So, let me tell you guys the lineup for today. First, we have what happened to Nikocado Avocado, which I'm actually kind of curious because he lost the weight and then just disappeared off the face of the earth. Pardon me. Next up, this channel I just found is awesome. It's called Kurzgesagt. Super Chat.
Jog super chatted $2.03.
Thank
How
you, Jog
about you
Jog.
eat a glizzy?
I don't have any glizzies on me right now, Jog. I'm sorry. Anyway, the channel is called... Thank you for the super chat, though. By the way, I don't have the goal up because I forgot to put it, but we're 2 away from spinning the wheel. Kurzgesagt. Kurzgesagt in a nutshell. It does like really cool science videos with animations, and we're going to watch 2 of those videos today. And then lastly, of course, because it's Orange Peanut, we got a body cam. Why is this guy showing up? Road raging duo threaten police, get instant karma. So that's the lineup for today. Maybe we'll watch something else you guys want to see too. Yeah. Bro can't pronounce a German word. Well, I'm not German, so it makes sense. Where am I from? I am from the United States of America in the Pennsylvania area. All right, let me drink some water before we get into this reaction. Sorry, that was a big stretch right there. One moment, let me get my water. Ow. I had heavy-ass conventional deadlifts in the gym this morning, and oh, my back is suffering for it. Hello from Georgia. Visit us sometime. I don't have any plans for Georgia, but me and my friends are going to Nashville, Tennessee, in like May next year, so sort of close. Of course, I remember you, Fargonaut. You sent like 20 super chats asking me about my snoring tendencies. It's hard to forget. All right. Do I think college is a scam? No, but it's a scam in the sense that they don't tell people really how much money you're spending and how that can affect your life down the road. Because it's just like, oh, get student loans, and then you don't have to pay for college right away. But I think it should be much more out there how actually serious having 6 figures of student loans is. People should just understand that, like, make sure that's worth it to you before you get college. All right. Let's get started. What happened to Nikocado Avocado?
It's been a year since Nikocado Avocado
It's been a year? That shit feels like it was like 4 months ago. Wow, time really flies.
bamboozled the entire internet with a single video.
You could have been a doctor, but here you are. I think I chose the right path. I would not have made a good doctor. I'd be thinking about the wrong things during surgery.
He went from being the laughingstock of the internet for his obnoxious persona in his mukbang videos to a master of deception who even left Charlie singing his praises.
This moment right here is this generation's I Am Your Father. This is up there with the Darth Vader identity reveal. Perhaps one of the most unexpected things I've seen in quite some time.
Since then, he's been...
That shit blew me away. I made a video about it right when it happened, but before I recorded the video, I had 30 minutes of just what the fuck happened. It was crazy.
quietly planning an exit from the YouTube scene, having already made millions in ad revenue through his videos. However,
yeah, his video, the one where he came back as skinny, that got 51 million views. Probably made about 200 grand at least.
his decision to revisit an old controversy in preparation for this exit may have put a wrench in those plans. Hi, I'm the internet
I've never even heard of this old controversy.
anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we're revisiting Nikocado Avocado.
How many months do you think it took to get that skinny? He said in a post or something, super chat.
KUROCHOCO super chatted $1.43.
Thank you!
This is for defeating Nameless King.
Oh, my goat. Thank you. All right, we're one away from spinning the wheel. Anyway, thank you, Kurzgesagt. He said it took him a year and a half, and it was like 250-pound loss, which is insane. He must have been on some crazy diet that no one should ever do.
How he managed to change everyone's perception of him through one video, his slow fade into obscurity now that he's earned his millions, and why some parts of the internet
Yeah, I haven't heard much about him, but honestly, the amount of money he probably made out of that whole debacle, he probably isn't itching too much to be pumping out content right now. Reasonably so.
still considers him the villain who should not be forgiven for his damaging actions. But if you want to become a hero in my eyes, hit that subscribe button.
Hit my subscribe button.
a video
No, actually, Internet Anarchist is pretty good. You can subscribe to him if you want.
before. But if you haven't watched that video or need a refresher, here's a super quick recap to get you up to speed. Nikocado Avocado, real name Nick Perry, started his YouTube journey over a decade ago in 2014 as a vegan.
Oh, is it doing the documentary video thing where the title is like what happened to him, and then it spends like 3/4 of the video just telling the story that we already know happened? They do that a lot.
Mukbanger.
It's like, what happened to Dream in the last year? For us to talk about that, we have to go back to the very beginning, and then most of it's just a video on what happened to Dream in his whole life. Like, I'm not saying I hate it, I get it's a documentary, but like, a little bit of a clickbait, you think?
Who, on occasion, also mesmerized his viewers with his incredible violin arrangements.
Yeah, he's goated about
However, just 2 years
the
later,
violin.
Nick would renounce veganism completely because of some health issues he had.
I rotted a tooth. I had low B12 deficiency. My sex drive was terrible.
Really? I wondered that. Okay.
Terrible. Wow. I developed hypoglycemia. I don't know if it's directly related to the veganism, but I never had that before.
And because he found the online vegan community incredibly toxic.
Shout out to everyone that can be vegan, first off, and not be annoying, but also be healthy, because you gotta, like, fight for your protein if you're vegan. All you can eat is, like, tofu and nuts, basically, and nothing else is gonna give you protein. I could never do it. I need my meat, you know?
I said in that video, why do vegans have to make everything about veganism? Why? There's so much more to life than veganism. Yes, it's an important cause, but when it becomes
That's
everything,
based.
you
That's
sound no
based, by
different
the way.
than the Mormons going door to door, knocking on the door saying, join my club.
From that point, his mukbangs went from being relatively healthy, normal-sized meals to obnoxiously gigantic portions made up entirely of fast food and processed junk. As
Yeah, I mean, it's all about views. We can't forget that. Like, this thumbnail's a lot more interesting. Sorry, this thumbnail's a lot more interesting than the one we saw 5 seconds ago. Like, fried mozzarella cheese sticks versus whatever the fuck this is, you know. Part of it's just about the views.
gigantic portions made up entirely of fast food and processed junk. As unhealthy as it was, this ended up being a great move for his channel, with everything he put out in this era receiving millions of views. However, as the views grew, so did his weight. Year after year, his scale...
We know this. We know this.
Okay, very picky. He's a very picky bird, stubborn as can be. He only wants his food hot, and I'm telling him, in the wild, out with the other birdies, you'd be eating your food off the tree. Oh, he made no objections to come onto my finger. That was the first.
To straight up depressing.
Really, really good person.
Yeah, looking back on it, I wonder, like, how much of these videos where he's, like, crying and fat in front of food, like, how much of that is acting and how much of it is, like, he's genuinely upset? Because, I mean, as much as it maybe was, like, planned, as he said, like, it's still got to have a crazy effect on your mental health to gain that much weight and be known as the crazy annoying guy who eats a lot of food. So, I'm curious, like, when he does crying shit, Super Chat, was it real or not?
J. Rennie super chatted $2. Hello Blue Piss Pickle, please consider kissing men.
Okay, I'm considering it. No, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, though. And we have hit the goal. So I'm sorry if you guys were enjoying this reaction, but we got to take a quick detour and spin that wheel. Let me set the new goal before I do anything else. It's time to spin the wheel of super chat. Let me set the next goal. Bang, bang, bang. Wheel. Okay, why are we lagging? Stop lagging. My goodness. Okay, there we go. We're back. I don't know why the stream's lagging. That's weird. Alright, time to spin that wheel. You guys ready? Let's do it. Sorry about that glitch. I don't know what happened. I'll be on the phone with T-Mobile any day now. So, where's my wheel? There we go. Reaction mode. What the heck? There we go. So, For those of you who don't know, when we hit the super chat goal, we have a wheel of punishments to spin. And since the last time I've added, we'll play one game of Clash Royale if it lands on this. So yeah, who's ready to spin that wheel? Let's do it. Are we not glitching? Perfect. Am I in reaction mode? What? I am. Okay, cool. Spin that wheel! What are we doing today? What are we doing today? We are... Oh, this is the third time I've landed on hot sauce. I mean, it's not the worst one out of all of them, because, you know, we have a certain friend over here named Oil Up, and there are a couple that are bad. But, yeah, hot sauce. This is the third time this has happened. I've only spun the wheel like 5 times. Freaking hot sauce mania. All right, let me go get the hot sauce, and then we'll get back into the Nikocado. 131! Did I get rated or something? Where's everybody coming from? I've never had this many viewers. Hi, everyone. What's up, Felix? What's up, Yeet Boy AI? Why do I have 131 viewers right now? That's crazy. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to drink some hot sauce. Give me 1 second. Oh, they're gone. We're down to 98. Ugh. Oh. All right. Hi, everybody. Foreskin Gamer, you're back. We spun the wheel, so Tabasco. Last time I tried to put it on my tongue and it went directly down my throat, and that was awful. So Ronnie Coleman in the background is cold as fuck. Yes, I've had this for like 3 years. I probably have it till the day I die. Awesome poster. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, let me get a side angle, actually. Oh! I feel like that was kind of a bitch amount. Let me do more. Tabasco is like one of those things. It's not hot enough that it's going to kill you, but if you do it by itself. Oh, wait. Oh, she kicks. Oh, she kicks. At least it didn't go down my throat last time. My fucking favorite shirt. I like this shirt. I love this shirt, actually. God damn it. Give me 1 second. Gotta clean her up. Oh. Oh. I'm 22 years old, and sometimes I genuinely feel like I'm a toddler still. By the way, I couldn't even get it off. I'm going to have to change shirts. I genuinely feel like I'm a toddler sometimes. I spill so much stuff on myself. It's crazy. Let me get a new shirt. Hang on. Oh, fuck. I love this shirt. Oh. Alright, Spartan race. Spartan race. Oh. Alright. And we got a super chat! I didn't get to hear the sound.
$2. Can your
Jay
foreskin
Roney.
talk? Can it sing MJ music?
What? That's a weird thing to say. I couldn't tell you the answer, though. Let me close the door. Alright. Anyway, that may have been the longest interruption ever to a reaction video. Anyway, Nikocado Avocado. Sorry for the interruption. What happened to Nikocado Avocado?
Why is he so good? 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 It's
While he himself turned into a desperate attention seeker, inserting himself into drama on every
That is a fucking devious picture, Jesus Christ.
possible opportunity, with him clashing against everyone from Charlie and Stephanie Sue to even PewDiePie, all while humiliating himself even further.
I mean, he did a really good job of rage baiting if he got Charlie and PewDiePie to both make videos about him. And me!
It reached a point where his audience saw him as nothing more than a caricature of what a ruined life looks like, with comments like, "He's a great example of what not to do with your life, respect." And whenever I'm unsure about
A super chat! Sorry, we keep getting interrupted, but it's super
Many
chats.
Colored Journal 2, Patches London Adventure Super Chatted $1.99.
Thank you.
Which foods do you like hot sauce with?
A lot of them, but mainly like Mexican food, like burritos, tacos, empanadas, tortas, chalupas. All that stuff goes banger with hot sauce.
life choices, I come back to this channel, and it makes me feel like an absolute legend. However, just when the internet started believing that Nick was slowly going to eat himself to death, he flipped the entire script by coming out with a reveal that broke the internet. On the 7th of September 2024, Nick posted a video on his main channel titled 2 Steps Ahead, where in just the first few minutes, he shattered everyone's perception of him with a massive change in his appearance.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead.
Yep,
This
I remember.
has been the greatest
Yeah, it was a year ago. I can't believe that was a full year ago.
social experiment of my entire life. So I am the villain because I've made myself one.
He'd then go on to make another bombshell reveal about the amount of weight he'd lost.
Today I woke up from a very long dream. And I also woke up having lost 250 pounds off of my body.
All while ridiculing the viewers who made fun of him before, even comparing them to ants at one point.
For as long as I tell the internet that I am the villain, stories that permeate and linger and infect the minds of the ants, influence the ants.
I mean, I wouldn't call them ants. It was a pretty reasonable reaction to someone eating themselves to death. But, you know, it's still, I understand he's even still playing a character in this video.
Brainwash
Jimmy,
the ants.
welcome back.
You are the ants.
How long's this stream gonna be? Probably another 2 more hours. I try to do like 3 hours for each stream.
But deliberately not telling them how he'd achieved this incredible weight loss. That said, the
Ozempic.
reveal itself was enough to stir interest across all of the internet, making his video go mega viral and garner over 50 million views
That's a
to
lot of
date.
views.
More importantly, longtime viewers were happy to see the massively positive change, since many of them had dismissed Nick as a lost cause by this point, stating, "This is like seeing a character you thought died in season 1 in season 8 being the secret villain this whole time. Unironically, this is probably one of, if not the best plot twist in the history of YouTube." Over the next couple of weeks, viewers also uncovered how Nick managed to lose over 250 pounds without anyone
Must be Ozempic, right? I mean, either that or just extreme fasting.
noticing.
Because 250 pounds in like, I think he said a year and a half, that's like a pound every 2 days, which you have to imagine he was eating basically nothing.
As it turned out, Nick had pre-recorded 2 years worth of videos.
That's crazy in and of itself. The pre-recording, because he had like 4 channels of it too. He must have been doing it like every day. Also, insane thumbnails.
Started uploading them towards the end of September in 2022. These videos were designed to keep the Nikocado Avocado character in front of everyone's eyes, while the real Nick went on an incredible weight loss journey behind the scenes, losing 250 pounds through a diet that lasted over 800 days.
First of all, I was on a diet for
We're lagging! No! Oh! Oh, are we back? Why are we lagging? Are we back? Alright. My KBPS is down. That's not good. Okay, we're kind of back, though. Oh, we're so back. No, we're not. God damn it. Why is my Wi-Fi pooping itself? It's only a reaction stream. Okay, I think we're good now. That's not good. Okay.
800 days.
Nick eventually confirmed this in part 2 of his reveal, when he mentioned how long it had been since he was in front of a camera.
Welcome to Nikocado 2. This is my second channel, and I hope you consider subscribing because I don't even know if people like me or if they want to hear from me. I haven't made a video for like 2 years.
He also revealed why
I wonder what he was doing with that time. Probably much happier than being stuck in the whole YouTube nonsense. I guess he was still managing all his channels.
he did everything.
This is something I've always wanted to do. You know, you could even tell in my soliloquy, I am always 2 steps ahead. I mean, these are characters, and it's the vision I've had forever. And the whole character thing, I want to make people laugh.
And how he decided to
I wouldn't say I was laughing, more so a little creeped out and also impressed, but yeah, something like that.
use his theater training on YouTube when he wasn't able to land his role on Broadway as a violinist or an actor.
In case you didn't see the video,
In an alternate timeline, he never does any of the YouTube shit and he's just playing a violin on Broadway. Crazy. Crazy the butterfly effect.
on my main channel. Basically, I'm an actor. I went to school for acting. I have a very long history in performance. My background is in theater. And it was my dream to be on Broadway. Whether I was acting or doing violin, I craved that theater. In the case of Broadway workers, like you get a contract for a tour or a show, and when it's over, you're unemployed again. I basically employed myself on my own terms here on YouTube.
Resulting in the creation
Best part about being a YouTuber is you kind of just do what you want.
of the Nikocado character.
Something that I learned in my training, like in school, was that the actors who had to undergo like the greatest physical changes, they lost a lot of weight for their role or they gained a lot of weight, those actors tended to have the greatest impact. You know, when you watch someone on screen and you've seen them before and other stuff, you start getting that backlog of, oh yeah, I remember them from this and this and this. But when they're like physically unrecognizable, totally different people, you don't get that backlog running through your brain.
Which was a great way to ensure that the audience never takes him seriously, so he could
Okay, we're 9 minutes in and I have no answer what happened to him. Let's move it along.
blur the lines between fiction and reality.
And so it was really easy for me to blur that boundary between fact and fiction, like I said, because I was physically so unwell. How do you take someone seriously or think that they're in control, you know, when they look so out of control?
Not only that, but a month after his mega viral 2 Steps Ahead video, Nick posted another video titled How I Fooled the Internet, which basically featured a collection of clips where he'd foreshadowed his own weight loss in rare character-breaking moments that no one at the time was able to pick up on.
I'm making this video for me to look back on in the future because I will get healthy. I will drop pounds. I'll do a transformation. Hi, Nick. Nick of the future.
I said it would be very unique, extremely unique. I actually can't name one influencer who's going to do what I'm going to do.
However, there was one moment in particular that Nick highlighted.
I wonder like if it was planned all along, right from when he was skinny, or like he started to gain a little weight with the mukbangs and he was like, wait a minute, I got something we could do here.
As the starting point of his weight loss journey. In his third channel titled 2 Steps Ahead, the truth was in front of you the entire time. This was the video he posted back in 2022 featuring the same monologue as his reveal video.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. social.
was a positive in almost everyone's eyes, including Charlie, who once criticized Nick for his unhealthy lifestyle and was now praising him for the masterful reveal.
As I was.
This moment right here is this generation's I am your father. This I've seen in quite my body respond.
Nick had shocked everyone with his astonishing weight loss. Many still wondered if he'd been able to maintain this weight, or if he would fall back into his old habits. Especially since, according to some studies, as many as 90% of people who lose a lot of weight gain it back over.
Yeah, and the reason that happens is because to lose weight, people will do totally unrealistic, non-sustainable diets like living off of one piece of broccoli a day or eating nothing or only eating at like 9 p.m. So past 9 p.m. or something like that. So when they lose the weight, like they're like, oh, I lost the weight. I can go back to eating regular now. And then they have no idea how to be moderate in like a non-weight loss setting. And that's why it happens. So if anyone's trying to lose weight, I'm not a doctor, but my advice to you is do a diet that you could maintain even if you weren't trying to lose weight. You know what I mean? Because otherwise you're just going to lose it and then gain it back, which nobody wants to do that.
For the next few years. Now, it has been
Lil Tay made a video on you? I doubt it. I highly doubt that.
1 full year since Nick released his 2 Steps Ahead video, and fortunately, Nick is showing no signs of slowing down or falling into his old habits. He's even getting excess skin removal surgeries to indicate his dedication to stay at a healthy weight, starting in January 2000.
Imagine how bad it is for your body for you to lose weight, get the skin removal surgery, and then gain the weight back. Oh. Hope no one's ever done that. That sounds awful.
2025, with a plastic surgery for his face to remove the loose skin hanging under his chin. Then in February, he finally got a skin removal surgery through a 360-degree body lift, which resulted in over 10 pounds of skin getting extracted from his body. And finally, in March of this year, he decided to get a torso lift and a thigh lift to get rid of any excess skin that has been left over. But even though Nick is the healthiest he's ever been at this point, the same can't be said for his upload schedule. He's only been uploading once per month, and sometimes once every 2 months. He's like
Many Colored Journal 2, Patches London Adventure Super Chatted $4.99.
Thank you!
If you are straight but not entirely SD rate but straight but not entirely straight but not entirely straight, what are you?
You ever see one of those barbells at the gym where like people have been using it for a while and there's just a slight bit of bend, not enough that it like ruins anything, but just enough so that you notice it? That's what you are.
Exhausted the entire backlog of videos he'd created to hide his weight loss. And now, with him still recovering from various surgeries, he's hardly been able to get back in front of a camera. His efforts to drum up any additional engagement
apparently skin loss or skin removal surgery is painful as shit for like a long time. So shout out to anyone that goes through that.
Also been largely unsuccessful. A perfect example of this is the live meet and greet tour he announced from May 11th to June 28th, 2025.
Oh.
I'm so excited to be doing a live version of my mukbang all over America and Toronto, Canada. Each
Damn, he was in Philly. I could have met Nico. I'm glad I didn't.
show is going to have a presentation about my weight loss, how I did it, a signing, a meet and greet.
He kept hyping it up even in his later videos.
Oh my god, hi! Oh my god, how many of you guys are coming on my
Are those tits?
tour? My tour is literally in like a month or like 6 weeks. I'm so excited.
However, when May arrived, he ended up cancelling the entire event.
Oh, damn.
With several Redditors on the r/Nikocado subreddit mentioning that they'd been refunded their tickets. The subreddit also
At
concluded
least he refunded them. Imagine he didn't. That would be some YouTube drama right there.
that the cancellation was most likely due to low ticket sales, with one Redditor even showing proof that only 6 people had bought tickets for his event in Houston,
Damn.
Texas. This latest setback, coupled with him not being able to rely on his Nikocado character to farm more views, have led people to believe that his latest video might be his way of finishing up his YouTube career with a clean slate, since he's decided to revisit one of the biggest dramas he was ever involved in during his career, his alleged manipulation of fellow YouTuber Stephanie Soo. For context, this controversy started on the 18th of December 2019, when Nick posted a collab mukbang video with Stephanie along with fellow fellow mukbanger Zach Choi.
Fair enough.
The video itself.
Zach Choi, I've seen his YouTube shorts. He makes ridiculous food. Like he's the one who does like 30 slices of cheese and then deep fries it. I don't know how he has such a good jawline after eating all that. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Went off without a hitch, with all three of them interacting in a cordial manner, making the audience believe they were all good friends. However, that couldn't have been further from the truth, because just 4 days after this video, Stephanie would post a video on her channel declaring Nick a manipulator who was constantly trying to bully her into starting beef with another creator. She called him out for trying to act like her friend so she'd let her guard down, only to try and gaslight her into revealing what she told him in confidence on camera.
I know that the full footage is not out there. He did it in a way, I don't remember his exact wording, but it was in a...
What did you want to share? Or do you change your mind now?
I just feel like maybe...
You said you wanted to talk to your viewers with me here, because you never talked to any of your viewers.
And I just remember feeling just shocked because the way he went about it was just so almost like an interrogation.
And trying to bully her through his platform.
The past couple of days have been filled with just a lot of manipulation, in particular manipulating my own words against me to make me do.
This was 5 years ago, by the way, so I'm not going to react to this drama as if I care that much. You know, COVID-19 was happening at this time. It's time to move on. I'm just looking at it from a hindsight perspective, like you would read a history book.
Things that I don't want to do and I don't feel comfortable doing. And a lot of Nikocado Avocado using his platform to threaten me and to bully me. At this point, my home safety is kind of in question.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if there's actual evidence that your safety's in question, sure, but you can't just say that after someone, you know, makes mean comments on a video. Like, come on.
Tried debunking all her claims through a response.
Unless I'm missing something, of course. If I am, you know, I don't want to just dismiss what she said, but...
video almost the same day, but his own audience didn't believe him at the time, with comments reading, "You're horrible, totally disgusting, karma will get you, and you're a disgusting person," resulting in Nick's reputation.
He was, but, you know, for one reason or another.
Taking a serious hit. So, by revisiting that situation with his newly improved reputation...
104 viewers! God damn, what's up, everybody? Hope you're all having a good day. I never get this many viewers. Hi, everybody.
Was most likely hoping that his audience might lend him a bit more of a sympathetic ear this time. He started off by mentioning how his side of the story in this controversy had been misrepresented.
Stephanie Sue told the internet about our real-life interaction together in a way that seemed less like a personal story and more like a true crime special.
And how she blatantly lied about them being incredibly close.
Stephanie and I had met just one time in person.
Damn, look at this like to dislike ratio, 192, 141. I guess he didn't come out too well in this drama.
For filming. One time at a restaurant. We didn't
I am breaking the internet with my 100 viewers on live. Exactly.
know each other very
Breaking
well.
records.
We weren't close. We were just trying to break the ice before filming.
Used deceptive editing to make it seem like Nick had something to do with her past essay-related trauma.
In and out of sleep.
In and out of sleep.
In and out.
Hopefully you can trust me now.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
I don't have the mental brain power to deal with all of the ins and outs of this YouTube drama. I kind of just want to see what he's been doing. Let's see the end, and then we'll move on.
Weight, and his reputation is at an all-time high. That said, while he himself might want to ride into the sunset, there are still some people on the internet who don't think he deserves that ending. Specifically, people who don't think Nick's actions should be excused just because he was playing a character, especially when those actions could have had direct influence on many in his audience, like when he made fun of his own diabetes, regardless of if it was real or not.
That was $18.
Diabetes.
There's worse things you can do and say. I would, if you're gonna, you know, say he was a bad person, do it for whenever he would advertise his OnlyFans by saying, "I said the N-word on my OnlyFans," which was a real thing he did. Like, I don't think him joking about diabetes when he probably had it. You know, I'm not canceling him for that.
Or when he faked having a heart attack on camera.
Turn off the camera.
What's wrong? Are you dying?
Isn't he active on Instagram? I don't know. We can take a look.
Turn off the camera.
Oh, we have to get the aspirin.
Yeah, it's pinching really bad.
Oh.
Sure.
His on-screen borderline abusive relationship with Orlin.
I mean, you're not going to cancel, like, an actor for something they say in a movie. Like that one, not Keanu Reeves. Who was the guy who played the bad guy from the new Star Wars? Fuck, I forget his name, but he had a crazy movie scene.
And also became a major point of contention, since to some, him constantly berating Orlin.
Sit.
Not Jack Black.
You're so fucking controlling.
Kylo Ren. The guy who played Kylo Ren had a crazy scene in a movie. Like, diabolical.
And oftentimes getting physical.
Adam Driver, yeah.
Neither. You've done neither. You just keep eating stuff.
If I'm not going to play it on stream, but if any of you are interested, Adam Driver had a movie where he played a racist character. Just search up Adam Driver N-word. It is... I was like, God damn, it feels like you're not acting. It was crazy.
Trivializes DV, even if it was all an act. And while one can make the argument that he should be held accountable for those acts, that will likely never happen. For most,
Yeah, anyway, my main point about the whole Kylo Ren N-word thing was, if you're playing a character in a piece of media, you can't really be, canceled for it, because you're playing a character.
Avocado's career is the closest YouTube has ever come to offering a true redemption story. A story that many didn't think would be possible at all, considering the amount of views Nick used to get on his gross mukbang videos. However...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean... It doesn't seem to me like he's done anything really bad back in his Fat Man era, but he also doesn't seem like the best person ever. He's kind of one of those, like, in-the-middle morality. I mean, it was definitely still the coolest, like, most shocking transformation I've ever seen. So shout out to him, but also I don't know how real all this drama stuff is. I'll just consider him a average morality person who clearly has put a lot of work into his content, and we'll leave it at that. All right, there goes that reaction video. I wonder if that's going to make its way to the Blue Peanut channel whenever that's made. Next up, this new channel, Kurzgesagt in a nutshell. I really like this channel. I watched their video on alcohol, and it was very interesting. Yeah, this is called The Drug to Master Reality. I don't know what this is going to be about, but it looks pretty interesting, so we're going to watch this too. Nikocado plays Clash Royale, and I should too. I've gotten a lot of requests for Clash Royale recently, and it is on the wheel. I did download Clash Royale on my computer, and if we do that Super Chat wheel spin, I will play a game, but I can't get addicted to another game. I'm already deep into Souls territory, so I'm not going to get hooked on that game. All right, let's see this video, The Drug to Master Reality.
Amphetamines can drive you through brutal work shifts, push you through boring study sessions, or keep you dancing till dawn. They fuel ambitions
meth advertisement in the first 8 seconds.
and sharpen minds. We've given them to soldiers to fight harder and to children to help them focus. Today, millions of brains are running faster than evolution had ever planned.
You guys ever see the video Super Chat?
Many Colored Journal 2, Patches London Adventure Super Chatted $1.99.
Thank you.
Do you think Charlie Kirk deserved his fate?
No, I don't think he deserved to get shot and killed. Hot take. Anyway, what the hell was I saying? You guys ever seen the video of Hitler tweaking on I don't forget, it was I think it was meth, but basically Hitler didn't sleep, and they gave him, his doctor gave him meth to keep him, like, so focused and stuff. But there's this video of him at the Olympics, like, tweaking back and forth. It is so funny. Let me see if I can find it. Hitler on meth. Let me see if I can find it. Where's the one of him tweaking? Here it is. It's Facebook. Don't make me log in. I just want to see the video. Look at this. It's like he's bopping his head to like a Future song or something, but there's no music playing. They fed this dude like pounds of meth so he could keep, being his angry, energetic self. That's crazy. Imagine you tune into an Orange Peanut stream and I'm just, Jesus, that was crazy. And I'm just like that's, how much drugs you need to be rocking like that? Crazy. Anyway, let's continue watching the video. I am sorry for doing a tangent in the first 19 seconds. Let's super chat. Sorry, the interruptions are crazy.
Lame Boy Lee super chatted $2.73.
Thank you.
Why can't Peanut eat me like Nick eats his food?
Okay.
Pensive face emoji.
Pensive face emoji. Well, we hit our goal, so we got to spin the wheel again. I'm never gonna get through this goddamn video, but thank you for the super chat. Let's spin that wheel. Where my wheel at? Here we go. Spin that. I'm gonna make sure I'm not lagging. Spin that wheel. Oh, there we go. What do we got? What do we got for today? Shotgun a seltzer. That's a new one. Haven't landed on this one before. Oh, they're so carbonated. All right, I'll be right back. I am going to take a piss and then grab my seltzer to shotgun. 1 second. Everybody, give me a minute. Who's ready to shotgun? Who's ready to shotgun? I am. Where's my keys? I need keys to shotgun. Let me get it back into the face mode. This stream is all over the place. I have no idea if I'm being entertaining. But what is this? Get out of here. All right. So I rarely drink alcohol anymore because of the, literal hundreds of negative effects. But my first 2 years of college, I drank definitely more than I should have. But my favorite thing about drinking was shotgunning, which is, for those of you who don't know, you put a hole in the bottom, you pop the can, and it shoots out, and you drink. I don't know why I kissed it. You drink the whole thing. I loved shotgunning. It was such a visceral experience. But obviously I'm not going to be drinking alcohol on a stream. That would be stupid. So, Blackberry Bubbly, not sponsored. We heard everything? What do you mean? What do you mean you heard everything? Heard what? Oh, guys, when he gets back, let's prank him and tell him we heard it. I didn't say anything crazy this time around. Anyway, gonna try shotgunning a drink sometime. Do not do a sparkling water first. It's so carbonated. This shit's gonna suck. Do like a iced tea or something. Twisted tea was my drug of choice when I shotgunned because it wasn't very carbonated. All right, little tutorial. I'm gonna teach you guys how to be alcoholics. You take the part of the can that's opposite to the tab. You take this, and then your shotgunning point's going to be directly across from it. And then you take a sharp key and angle it so the end is up, because if you do it this way, it's going to explode in your face. You got to have the air bubble right here. And then you put a little hole. You see? I don't know if you guys can see. Little hole. And then... Oh, shit, it's already leaking. You take either the key or your finger. You got to take some out, or otherwise it's going to leak when you do this. But you take the key and you make a big hole. Well, I'm just going to do my finger because, you know, it's a little risky getting like your thumb cut. You got to be careful of getting your thumb cut when you do this because the can's sharp. So I'm just going to be real careful here. I just vacuumed. All right. Well, this is going to go down fast because this is a big-ass hole. Do not make a hole this big when you do it. It's so carbonated. I may not be able to handle this. That is a big-ass hole. Holy shit. God damn it, I spilled it everywhere. All right. Well, this is going to be so bad because it's so carbonated. But, you know, wheel of super chats. Here we go. 3. I don't want to do it. 3, 2, 1. Super chat. Tastes like static electricity. The hole was so big. Pause. Ugh. I still got some more of it left. There's like a little puddle in the bottom. I'll finish it off. Ugh. Well, this burp is going to go crazy. All right. Well, it's down. I'm going to go get towels to clean it off and throw this out. I'll be right back. Oh. The burp is like festering in my stomach right now. 120 viewers? What's up, everybody? Welcome. I couldn't even imagine. If I did this stream like later in the day when people are not working, I might even be able to cross 150. Hell yeah. Welcome, everybody. I just shotgunned because I got a wheel of super chat that landed on that. Did I make the new goal? Yes, I did. Okay. All right, I'm going to toss this and then we'll get back to the reaction. Oh, wait. Burp's coming. Super chat!
Many Colored Journal 2 Patches London Adventure Super Chatted $1.99. Which SpongeBob episode is your favorite?
Which SpongeBob episode is your favorite? Thank you for the super chat. My favorite one was the pizza delivery. All right. We're ready to get back to it. My stomach is bubbling because of the damn seltzer. Whew. All right. I've gotten about 40 seconds into this reaction video in the last 30 minutes. All right. Reaction mode. Thank you to everybody for tuning into the stream. I really am happy you guys are here. Oof! There it is. I almost threw up. Super chat!
Many Colored Journal 2 Patches London Adventure Super Chatted $1.99. Which SpongeBob episode is your least favorite?
I haven't watched many of the new ones, so I haven't seen them all, but the one where they didn't talk in season 1, the one with the leaf blower, it just wasn't that interesting to me. All right. Do you think you'll ever do an oil up bet again? I do it every time I spin the super chat wheel. It's always looming. Rebel friend, welcome back. Let's do it.
In the last 15 years, amphetamines have become one of the fastest growing drug markets in the world.
Really? Wait, what does this number mean? Is this like people per million that use it? I didn't know people were amphetaminating. I mean, I think it's the Sigma grind set. Like, opioids just make you tired and lazy, but amphetamines, they make you, like, amped up. Not that you should do them. Coffee is all you need, trust me.
Second only to cannabis. Like any drug, amphetamines can be used to escape reality. But unlike any other, they promise to help us master our modern world. What makes them so appealing? And what happens to your body once you take them? Supercharging your brain. Almost everything humans do relies on focus and motivation. Whether you're working, playing, studying, creating, working.
Can you imagine fighting the Nameless King on meth? That would go crazy. I mean, I'm not going to do it, obviously. I feel the need to add a disclaimer whenever I joke about taking hard drugs, that you shouldn't take hard drugs. Can I just add the disclaimer now that if I make a joke that you should take hard drugs, I'm joking? So I can make the jokes and not have to make the disclaimer every time. I am fully disclaiming, don't take hard drugs. All right, now time to make jokes.
Out partying or fighting, you need to push through exhaustion, silence distractions, and stay in sync. Amphetamines are stimulants and do just this extremely well. They come in 3 main types.
Any of you guys ever take Adderall? I almost did it once. I don't have a prescription for it. This was back when I cared way less about my health. But I hear there's like pros and cons. It's great for focus, but it also makes you like kind of a robot, like less emotion. Yeah, I've never taken it.
Plain amphetamine, methamphetamine, and MDMA. Meth is an extremely potent and addictive version, and MDMA or ecstasy has some quite unique effects, but today we'll focus on plain amphetamine, sold on the street as speed or as prescription drugs like Adderall or Vyvanse.
So that's all kind of under like the umbrella, like speed and Adderall. They're like similar. That's kind of crazy.
The main effect of amphetamines is to trick your brain to massively increase the levels of dopamine and noradrenaline. Dopamine is the chemical of motivation and excitement, like the rush when you're about to beat that impossible boss in a...
How did they know? The amount of dopamine flowing through my brain when the Nameless King was at like 2 hits away from dying. Unreplicable.
Souls game. Noradrenaline.
He says Souls game?
Like the rush when you're about to beat that impossible boss in a Souls game.
How did he know?
Noradrenaline makes your mind awake, focused, alert and sharp, able to precisely and quickly move your fingers to perform the combo that destroys the boss. Dopamine says, yes, this matters, and noradrenaline gives you the tools to make it happen. On amphetamines, you aren't simply excited, but plugged into a hidden power source. You can quickly absorb and react to everything around you. Your attention is locked in the moment. In the best case, you enter a...
You know, Gen Z calls this concept locked in.
...state of flow easily.
But, boomers call it methamphetamine.
Your mood is lifted and boring tasks seem more engaging. Distractions become less distracting in the face of your goals. Your heart pounds faster, your breath quickens, and sweat beads on your skin. Hunger fades, and fatigue dissolves. Other stimulants like cocaine peak or fade quickly, maybe crashing you and leaving you more tired than before, but amphetamines lift you up and hold you there for 4 to 14 hours.
Really? That long? Wow, you're really advertising them well right in this video, dude. Super Chad!
Back in the day, amphetamines...
Journal 2, Patches London Adventure Super Chatted $1.99. How much you have to be paid to see Euphoria US3?
I don't think there's enough money in the world that's going to make me want to watch a TV show about high schoolers having sex. I'm just, not really interested in that.
Used to be prescribed for all kinds of problems, to lose weight, fix your depression, or against nasal congestion. Nowadays, they're mainly prescribed for ADHD, a mental disorder that makes it hard to concentrate on things you find boring and to control your impulses. ADHD brains are basically looking for a reward that never comes. Amphetamines solve this by providing this reward, turning a super...
I'm going to say my piece on ADHD, because last time I said it, I didn't describe it well, and people got upset in the comments. So here's my perspective on ADHD. There are some people who actually have it, right? And that sucks. obviously, and I hope those people get the drugs and help they need, and accommodation in schools and stuff. However, there's another subset of people who don't sleep well. They eat unhealthily. They are on their phones all the time, and this has caused their brains to have terrible attention spans, so they say they have ADHD. Those people are annoying. Can we all agree on that? Like, there's a difference between having ADHD and ruining your brain on your own accord and then calling it ADHD and then calling yourself a victim. Those are the people I don't like, not people with actual ADHD. You know what I mean? Okay, I just want to clarify that because I said it wrong last time.
Easily distracted scatterbrain into a focused one. In the last decades, ADHD diagnoses in kids and adults in the US have skyrocketed, leading to an unprecedented amount of prescription amphetamines. But amphetamines aren't just...
Yeah, and I'm wondering how many people, like, get a prescription drugs for ADHD, like Adderall, when in reality, if they just fix their sleep and stop being on their phones so much, like, that would help more. Like, I wonder how, when it comes to diagnosing ADHD as a doctor, Super Chat!
Many Colored Journal 2, Patches London Adventure Super Chatted $1.99. What if someone paid you $1 million to watch Euphoria S3?
I mean, yeah, I'd do it for $1 million, sure. I guess, but that's not gonna happen. Unless you want to give me $1 million. Anyway, yeah, I'm wondering, like, how many times it gets wrongly prescribed because someone's attention span's bad just because they've treated it badly, you know?
Drugs, they're tools. Performance-enhancing tools perfectly aligned with our most mainstream ambitions. And if they manage to keep you awake and focused better than coffee or energy drinks...
I already have ADHD and the phone meds made that shit worse, dog. Damn, I can't even imagine, like, ADHD plus freaking watching Instagram Reels all day. That's gotta be crazy.
Why not get your daily performance boost with a dose of amphetamines? They're made in labs, prescribed by doctors, and safely taken by millions, after all. So their legal and illegal use has surged in many workplaces.
Yard Ninja Super Chatted $2. French onion or chicken and dumpling soup?
Super Chat. French onion or chicken and dumpling? I'll go with chicken and dumpling. I'm not a big French onion guy. We just hit the goal again. God damn it, we gotta spin the wheel. I'm sorry for anyone who's enjoying that video. It's wheel time. Here we go. Let me set the new goal first. Here we go. Spin that Super Chat wheel!
J. Rennie Super Chatted $2. Hello, people goon to burps. You are not safe.
Oh, you fucking cocksucker. No! Are you kidding me? My stomach is still bubbling from the last one. Oh, I don't care if people goon to burps. What they do on their own time is not of precedent to me. I did not anticipate this happening twice in a row. Fuck! Alright, well, I'll be right back because I gotta go get another seltzer to shotgun. When do I think I'll be playing Dark Souls 3? Tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow. Alright. Time to shotgun. Alright. Alright. You guys did this. Where's my face? It was fun the first time, but it's not fun this time. Oh, this is gonna... I thought it sucked the first time. This is gonna be so bad. Let me just mentally prepare for this, because my stomach is gonna be like a freaking war zone. Okay. Tip it over. Put the key down. I didn't even do it correctly. This is the wrong... It's because I used a thick key. You gotta use the thin ones. There we go. Much better. Much better foliage. I'm Orange Peanut and this is Jackass. It's a very tame version of Jackass, but one that is painful nonetheless. Ow! Alright, that's probably a good enough hole. A much more reasonably sized hole this time. Are we shotgunning sparkling water? Yes, we are. There's no alcohol for this guy, but this shit's still gonna suck. Oh! Can one of you guys do it for me? Can we switch places? I'll be a viewer, and you guys do this. Oh, I'm gonna shit out my organs, absolutely. All right, my stomach is cooked. Here we go. I love you all. 3, 2, 1. Ah! It's literally static electricity. Like when your TV goes to the... Ugh. Your TV's like... That's how it feels in my mouth, throat, and stomach right now. Why did I do this? Why can't I just pick shotgun water? I have cans of water. Oh. Sorry, I need like a minute just to let it sit. And there's a little left, so I just gotta sip it up. I am not gonna want to drink this water, this sparkling water after this. I drink this when I'm like watching sports games instead of beer, because 0 calories. But I'm not. I might want to switch to beer after this. One good thing I will say, I spilled much less this time around, which is good. Last time I got that shit everywhere. I'm gonna go throw this away. Be right back. Oh! I got all my burps out off camera because apparently people were gooning to my burps. Nameless King called me and said he wanted a rematch. Oh, we're lagging. Stop lagging, please. Nameless King is not getting a rematch. All right, we're back. Sorry for the lag. The Wi-Fi's a little inconsistent here. We will not be having a rematch with Nameless King. No time soon, at least. What are we doing here? Reactions. Alright. If I spin that wheel again and I get shotgun a seltzer again, I'm going to cry. We're doing the drug to master reality. Let's get back into it. It wasn't actually that bad. It hurts, but I've done worse.
In very stressful or highly competitive industries that require long hours and intense focus. From tech to finance bros, from cooks or truck drivers to surgeons or nurses.
I would want my brain surgeon to be on speed. Maybe.
In the US alone, more than 4 million people illegally use prescription stimulants. Especially college students have started to...
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard. I know you can go online and get, like, online prescriptions for, like, ADHD stuff, and you don't even need, like, a doctor to see you. It's pretty easy to get the stuff, I've heard. Not that I'm advertising.
Rely on them more and more, not to party, but to push for better grades. Concentrating and studying are hard enough on their own, but even more so in times where short-form videos and endless scrolling have nuked our attention spans. Some believe they have undiagnosed ADHD, that their struggle to concentrate...
was just talking about this.
It's a flaw that needs chemical fixing, or they simply want an easy edge to achieve more.
That's so much
Imagine your
I'm gonna get ADHD with these damn super chats.
David
happening so often.
102 super chatted $1.99.
Thank you.
Do you watch college football? What's your team?
Never really been into college football. I watched the NFL a little bit. Go Birds. College, I guess if if you're begging me for an answer, probably Penn State I would root for. But not super chat. Not really into the college.
Many Colored
football.
Journal 2. Patches London Adventure super chatted $1.99.
Thank you.
When is the loudest you have screamed?
The first time I ever played Five Nights at Freddy's on stream, that first jump scare went crazy. You can still see it. It's on my channel in the live section.
Or cramming for finals. Someone offers you a pill and the fog in your brain lifts. 8 hours vanish in a hyper-focused blur. Should you take another one tomorrow? This is starting to sound like a commercial. But the frank reality is that amphetamines promise an easy fix to things that many of us struggle with. But of course, nothing good in life comes for free.
Yeah, this is what, because the first half of this video is kind of like, here's all the good things about these drugs. But there's always a downside.
Speed crash. The dark side of amphetamines comes in 2 flavors: unpleasant side effects and serious health risks. The least negative bad experience may be that amphetamines work,
That's
just
so
not
much
for the right thing.
God damn, y'all going crazy
Many
today.
Colored Journal 2. Patches London Adventure super chatted $1.99. If someone paid you $1 billion to watch Euphoria 1K times.
1K times. You know what? I would turn that down. A, because I don't want the pressure of having $1 billion. B, because Euphoria.
Instead of finally writing the paper that's due tomorrow, you hyper-focus on grinding your game, and then the day's over. Congrats on the new item, but you'll still fail your class. More serious is that noradrenaline puts your body into fight or flight.
Yeah, the interesting thing, and I learned this with coffee and caffeine in general, but I like coffee because it's like natural. You gotta use it for the right things. Like, I used to only use caffeine for the gym, and like what would happen is I would have a great lift, but then I would get home, have to do either schoolwork or YouTube or work. Awful, terrible experience because I'm on the down from the caffeine. So you got to figure out what's most important to you and what's most worth it, and then use the caffeine for that. And I guess I'm sure business people do like speed for their work, and that's how they get so much done. But wouldn't recommend that. But yeah, if you're a caffeine user, use it right before you're about to do the most productive thing of the day. Like I do it before my streams, and it makes super chat. It makes them much better.
J. Rennie super chatted $2. Balkan Rage, Stillwater, Noradrenaline, Winter Rock.
Yeah, totally, dude. I feel you. I have no idea what you're saying.
Mode,
Thank you,
which
though.
can make you feel nervous, tense, and on edge. Your heart beats faster and your breaths are shorter, which is exactly how your body feels when you experience anxiety or panic. Suddenly, you feel extremely worried or can't stop ruminating. If you're already pretty stressed or anxious, this can worsen your anxiety or even lead to a full-blown panic attack. On the other hand, your motivation can overshoot. Your patience shrinks to almost zero, and you can feel wired and very annoyed.
Turn into a damn Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen.
At people because they speak and think too slowly, making you jittery and pretty unpleasant to others.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be driving when you're like on stimulants, because suddenly everyone on the road transforms into the world's slowest driver when you're on stimulants.
Amphetamines also make you numb towards the needs of your body, so it's easy to forget that you need to drink, eat and sleep. You may suddenly realize that you're totally dehydrated, tired and shaky after neglecting your body's needs for hours and hours. And while amphetamines lengthen the time you can stay awake and be productive, if you took them too late in the day or too much, it may just be impossible to get to sleep as your mind can't stop racing, making you
Another piece of my recommendation for caffeine: don't take it after like, it's different for everyone, but after like 3 p.m. because you don't want to be laying in bed and you're like, just caffeine's a big morning thing.
exhausted the next day, tempting you to solve the problem with another dose. If you take too much, all the enhancing effects can reverse, leaving you nervous, restless, obsessively overthinking, or outright unable to focus on anything. Some prescription amphetamines like Vyvanse stay active in your system for up to 14 hours, so if you have a bad trip, you may have to wait it out. And the come down can also be pretty harsh. After hours of being bathed in dopamine and noradrenaline, their levels drop suddenly. You may feel extreme fatigue, your mood can crash, leaving you feeling low energy and depressed.
That's why I hated weed, not the low energy and depressed thing, but what he said earlier about it being 14 hours and you can't get out of it. Like, I only smoked weed a little bit a couple years ago because, you know, I was in college. I'd never done it before, and I was like, ooh, this is interesting. What I hated and still do hate about weed is, like, yeah, it would be fun the first 10 minutes because you're like, ooh, I feel crazy. And then you have to, you know, you want to get out of it and get back to normal life, and you can't. Like, you're just trapped in that being high. It's terrible feeling. So I've never liked weed for that reason.
May experience a fresh boost of anxiety as your brain tries to rebalance itself. And of course, there's addiction. First of all, constant artificial dopamine highs can totally disrupt your emotional baseline. Swinging from euphoric and super focused and driven to stressed and tired is pretty unpleasant. If you take amphetamines regularly, you build a tolerance, needing higher doses to achieve the same effects, which raises the risk for all the negative effects. Maybe at the beginning amphetamines were the solution to finally do your homework, but after a while you just feel completely unable to study or work at all without the boost they give you. It can be hard to get back to your normal baseline afterwards. Okay, not ideal, but can amphetamines destroy your life? Well,
a cool YouTube channel. Good luck with your studying today.
maybe. Definitely your brain and heart. The flood of chemicals that boosts your brain can overwhelm it, mixing noise and signal and turning clarity into chaos, leading to psychosis. You can no longer tell for sure what's real and what's not. Typical symptoms are
me punching my computer because I think the Taurus demon from Dark Souls is real.
Bizarre thoughts, hallucinations, and paranoia. In most cases, they fade once the drug wears off, but sometimes they stay for months. And for a minority of people, they can evolve into full-fledged schizophrenia, changing your life forever. Amphetamines speed up your heart, and over time, even mild increases in blood pressure can damage vessel walls, causing them to thicken, narrow, and lose elasticity, which forces your heart to work harder. If you use them long-term, this can lead to serious complications like cardiac arrest or an irregular heartbeat. And in high enough doses, especially mixed with other stimulants like
of all the parts in your body, you want to treat your heart well probably the most because it's keeping everything moving.
cocaine, amphetamines can trigger heart attacks, tear open major arteries, or burst blood vessels in your brain, leading to strokes, even in young people. How likely is this to happen? Today, it seems that low-dose prescription use over the short term for ADHD is relatively low risk, while chronic and especially heavy use in healthy people is probably harmful. If you want our opinion after our research, amphetamines are a huge grey zone. A part of society runs on speed because it wants to work more, be more focused, faster, and longer. For some people, they're an effective way to treat a real underlying condition. For some, they're a great health risk. Without medical guidance and proper care, amphetamines can turn you into a terribly on-edge, anxious, and unpleasant version of yourself.
Many Colored Journal 2, Patches London Adventure Super Chatted $1.99. Smoke weed for chat sometime.
Don't get me wrong, that would be fun content, but the worst thing that could happen if I did that was that it was a good experience. Because I always say this when it comes to like things that are bad for you, gambling, alcohol, weed. The worst thing that can happen when you do it is you have a good experience because then you're going to want to do it again. So I haven't smoked in like definitely over a year. I don't know how long, but I don't want to run the risk of smoking weed on stream, having it be really good, and then getting into the habit of doing it again. So I am not going to do that. As funny as it might be if I was high for a stream, I am not going to do it. Anyway, we hit our super chat goal, so it's time to spin the wheel again. If I get shotgun a seltzer again, I will cry. and I'll probably end this video here because I understand the point. We'll get into the next one. My final thoughts on this, yeah, I would say anyone that doesn't definitely know they have ADHD, avoid amphetamines. Coffee's fine, and even with coffee, keep it to the morning, keep it with something productive, and don't become dependent. Yeah, not good for you. All right. Who is ready for yet another punishment? Let me set the new goal. Hang on. Bang, 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 bang. All right. When you reached your outro song, and how old were you? You mean when I made my outro song? I was like 16, I think. That was one of my best inventions ever. All right. Please don't be seltzer. Please don't be seltzer. 3, 2, 1. Spin that wheel! What do we got? What do we got? I swear this wasn't planned. I swear what? There's no fucking way, bro. No! Oh, are you kidding me? Oh. There's no way. There's no way. I'm a man of my word. The wheel has spoken. What are the chances? Wait, I can actually see the chances. I'll do the math later, but I think there's a 12% chance of each of these happening. 12 to the power of 3. 0.12 times the power of 3. That's what the chances are. All right. Well, this is my last seltzer, so after this, I can't even do it again. Oh, man, I was going to drink one of those tonight. All right. Be right back. Oh. Well, you know what? If nothing else, I am very hydrated after this stream. I gotta piss so bad. I think I'm gonna go piss before I do this. You're playing on 2 times speed and it keeps going back to normal. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna go take a piss real quick and then we'll get this done. I ran out of my black cherry flavor, so this is mandarin orange. Oh. Fuck, dude. Alright, the piss is gone. My stomach already hurts. This has got to be bad for me somehow. There we go. Why is there lawnmower noises in the background? Take a wild guess why. Here we go. Sorry, I'm in a bad mood because I have to shotgun a seltzer for the third time. For the third time in a row. I am a Spartan. I am a Spartan. I can do this. How was the piss? How'd it go? It was a successful piss. I pissed. This freaking stinks, man. It's so cold. It's gonna burn my stomach. Oh. I'm getting terrible flashbacks to early in the college days, doing 3 shotguns. There we go. At least it was a good poke this time. Kidney stones? I hope not. I mean, it's not the worst I've ever done. I remember sophomore year homecoming, I shotgunned 10 beers in like an hour. Still recovering from that one. Oh, it tastes so orangey. This flavor stinks. The hole is not big enough. Gotta get the hole bigger. Oh, there we go. Alright. Yeah, the brain freeze is definitely a real threat. It's so cold. I'm just stalling at this point. I'm gonna read chat for a second. Oh yeah, cannibalism, because this is orange flavored. Can the lawnmowers relax for a moment, please? Ice to meet you. 3, 2, 1, see ya. Ah! I'm considerably... I've lost considerable speed since the first one. Ugh. Okay, it's not fun anymore. It's not fun. I'm not having fun. Oh. I have a little more left. I have a little... Ugh. I'm starting to get the gag reflex. Alright, I'm gonna go throw this out and get paper towels. Thank you for watching. I'm not ending the stream, by the way. Ugh. It's not fun anymore. I'm not having fun. It's so... It's not the liquid. I can handle the liquid. It's the fact that sparkling water is so... It's the fact that sparkling water... It's the fact that sparkling water is so carbonated... that it's like a bomb is going off in my stomach every time I shotgun it. Oh. That was a rough time. I'm gonna go throw out this paper towel. Alright. Well, I'm out of seltzers. We got the Clip Farm. If I somehow land on that again, I'm just gonna spin the wheel again. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's do the next reaction. I am cooked. At least I'm hydrated. Reaction. Super chat. Two super chats.
Patches London Adventure super chatted $1.99. Can we suggest punishment?
Yes, you can. Super chat.
J Rennie super chatted $2. Pee and poop.
That's
also
not good.
that wheel is really bad. trust.
Yes, pee and poop. Yes, you can suggest punishments. I've already put one in. Someone suggested a round of Clash Royale. I put that in. If I see one, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good punishment. I'll do it. 2 super chats in a row is crazy. Also, my headphones are now, for some reason, only working in one ear, so I hope that's not a result of the seltzer water falling down. Anyway, we got our super chats. It's time to react. I'll probably make this the last one of the stream. I did have one more, but I don't know if I'll survive. What would it take to shave your head bald? A lot of damn money. Alright, here we go. And half my headphones don't work now. Alright, well, add that to the Amazon cart. Alright, let's go.
This is not an anti-meat video. We've all heard the arguments against
Let me
meat.
see if I unplug it from my PC and plug it back in, if it'll work.
And yet in the
Okay, well, my headphones broke. Half of them, at least.
EU and US, only between 1 and 6% of people don't eat it. Meat is just too tasty, convenient
Meat is awesome. I love meat. Let me just start off by saying that.
and ingrained in our culture for most of us to consider giving it up. Also, food is personal and nobody likes to be morally lectured. At the same time, we love animals. Most of us have pets and believe in animal rights. Few things make the internet as angry as animal cruelty. Both are true. We love meat and we love animals.
It's true.
Unfortunately, most animals we eat live in truly horrible conditions. We don't torture them for fun.
This is going to be a very strong ethical debate we're about to have. After shotgunning 3 seltzers, I'm going to be very negative. So this should be interesting.
But because it makes meat just a little bit more incredibly cheap. If we all paid just a tad more, we could avoid most animal suffering, often just for a few pennies per meal. Disclaimer, farming is complicated.
Yeah.
Many farmers are genuinely trying to give their animals the best life possible, but they're trapped in a complex system with extreme market pressure to keep prices low. No 2 countries have the same standards, no 2 farms are equal, and solid data is often scarce. We've done our best to combine data from different regions and the prices you pay in the end. To keep things simple, we're going to classify farming practices into 3 broad groups. Decent.
Alright, I don't know what's going on in chat. Some of you guys got to go in timeout. Putting that guy. Jamie, you're going in timeout. Can't be saying that. Can I send you $12.43 in super chat for you to shave your head bald? No, thank you. You can send me. I'm not for that money.
Prisons
Sorry.
and torture camps. This is a bit sketchy, and you've probably seen many more categories in the supermarket, like organic or grass-fed. We'll come to that later.
Yeah.
So, fellow omnivores,
Yeah, I really don't know the difference between all that stuff, so maybe we'll get some learning out of this.
what would it cost us to avoid animal torture and still have our fried chicken? Chickens. At any given time, there are about 26 billion chickens.
Chicken is so good. Fried chicken, grilled chicken, sautéed chicken. Oh, put that shit in a taco. Oh.
Alive on Earth, as many as all other birds combined. Chickens seem dumb, but they're social, can communicate, solve problems, and feel empathy. And yet, we keep the vast majority in insane torture. Let's start.
This is my perspective. If they didn't want to be put in these prisons, they shouldn't have tasted so good. They just taste so good.
With eggs. Worldwide, about 90% of laying hens live in torture camps, crammed in extremely tight cages where they can barely move. They're unable to show any natural chicken behavior like nesting, roosting, foraging, or pecking at the ground.
What are your guys' perspective on this? Is it bad? that we have them in these conditions to be our tasty food, or, you know, is it they're just chickens? So I don't know. What are your guys' perspective on animal conditions?
So they become extremely frustrated and end up hurting each other badly. To stop this, many farms clip their beaks. In the US and Europe, legal bans and consumer initiatives have improved the situation a lot in the last few years. But still, more than 50% of hens remain in cages. The insane thing is that this doesn't even save a lot of money. Let's say a dozen eggs costs you around €360 or dollars, 30 cents per egg. How much does it cost to free the hens?
A lot of animals don't have empathy. That's honestly an interesting perspective. Like, if I was getting my balls cut off, you know, and I was like living in a prison condition, I was being fed, you know, gruel every day, the chicken's not going to feel bad for me. So why should I feel bad for it? You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's my opinion on it, but that is an interesting way to look at it.
An alternative to cages are barn systems. Hens are still kept indoors, but have twice as much space and roam freely. Barns are prisons. Still not amazing.
We can't do much against multi-billion corporations. Yeah, they when you have that money, when you have that much money, you have a lot of power. So, little old me with my stream probably can't do much.
But so much better. In the EU, barns increase the consumer price by about 2 cents per egg. The somewhat decent alternative is free range, where hens are allowed outdoors, often with proper access to vegetation. In the EU, this increases the price by about 7 cents per egg.
Yeah, so what, 7 cents per egg, 12 eggs, that would mean you're paying... I always forget 7 times 12. I know my times tables pretty well. I think 7 times 12 is 86 or something. 7 times 10, 70. 84. So that'll be 84 euros or whatever, pence more per gallon of egg. Not carton of eggs. 84 cents more per carton of eggs. So, you know, are people willing to pay 84 cents more per carton to get the better living conditions? I don't know. Some people are. But if you're poor, you know, you maybe won't make that sacrifice.
Housing aside, one of the cruelest practices is chick culling. Male chicks don't lay eggs, so they're killed right after birth, usually by gassing or grinding. This is a really widespread practice used for caged, barn, and even organic eggs. 7 billion baby chickens are killed this way each year. France and Germany have banned this, so many breeding eggs here are scanned early and only female birds hatch, which may have increased costs by only 2 to 5 cents per egg.
There you go.
So if you pay 85 cents more for a dozen eggs, you can make a difference between serious chicken torture and pretty decent chicken lives. And
yeah,
for
and that's a nice concept, but the thing is, at the end of the day, if someone's struggling money-wise, they're not going to pay the extra 85 cents, like, even if they're a very moral person. Like, people just need things low cost. So... You might have to open a bigger conversation about people making more money and the economy and stuff like that, which I am not smart enough to talk about, but it's a difficult thing with the whole animal cruelty situation.
Other 60 cents, you can help end chick culling too. Chicken meat is a different story. Most meat chickens today are genetic freaks, bred to reach amazing weights incredibly fast.
A nice fat chicken breast. Fried and given hot sauce, mayonnaise, and a pickle. Oh!
Their internal organs are under a huge amount of stress, and they can't even walk properly because of their weight, which causes them a lot of pain for much of their lives. It's hard to give exact numbers here, but if farmers were to switch to breeds that grow slower and suffer far less, a serving of chicken breast that you buy at $1.50 would become 9 cents more expensive in
only 9 cents more? That's not bad at all.
The US. 90% of meat chickens in the EU live in prisons or torture camps. They're kept indoors in extremely crowded conditions with sometimes dozens of birds per square meter, often in the dark and with poor ventilation. So what if we moved them all to prisons? One EU study found that giving them 30% more space, perches, fresh air and daylight would increase the price by another 13 cents per serving. Probably less than 5% of meat chickens live free range in relatively decent conditions. This meat is actually noticeably more expensive, double the price of regular chicken. But chicken is the cheapest meat, so depending on the cut...
chicken's awesome price-wise. You can get like a week's worth of it for like $7 or $8. It's such a good deal. But you know, as we're seeing, that the chickens suffer for it.
You'd pay 35 cents to €1 or dollar more for a serving of chicken that had a decent life. Pigs. Pigs are basically dogs. They're as
Not a big pork guy, not for religious reasons, it's just not my favorite.
intelligent, social and playful as our wolf buddies and make lovable pets. So
Is that girl from Gravity Falls?
pigs really feel how they live and arguably have it the worst of all animals we eat. Probably more than 90% of all pigs live in torture camps. They spend their entire lives indoors in extremely crowded spaces on concrete floors without straw or bedding. Since this is far from what they need, they get frustrated and often fight. Piglets have their tails.
Poor pigs are just fighting it out every day just to become a Dave single at a Baconator at Wendy's.
Docked to stop tail biting. Relief to save
I mean, I wasn't castrated, never mind.
time.
I was gonna say circumcision, but that's a whole different thing.
Mothers are kept in crates, extremely tight metal straitjackets where they can't move at all. This leads to extreme suffering for the mother and for the piglets, which are held in a barren area separated by metal bars and taken away at just 3 weeks old. Imagine treating dogs like that. First,
Nobody would do that to a dog. Dogs are adorable.
let's get to the prison level. Getting rid of crates would raise the cost of a €2 serving of pork by about 20 cents. Anesthesia for castration costs almost nothing, around 1 cent per kilogram of meat.
Oh, we should do that. It's free.
And a study in Denmark found that giving pigs more straw and bedding material and 30% more space and other things that are more animal-friendly would increase the price per serving by another 20 cents. This is still an awful life for an animal this intelligent, but obviously much better. For 40 cents more per serving. Going one level
What
further.
the comments think about this? Are they going to be sympathetic or are they going to be like, well, it tastes good? I'm curious. How about we increase the price by 50% but don't make the animals' lives better, meat companies? Yeah, them damn inflation really been hitting recently. In Romania, there are brands of chicken meat with a QR code that takes you to their farm CCTV stream, and you can see the birds and condition they live in. Sometimes meat's even cheaper than other brands. Shout out to Romania. That's pretty cool. I didn't know my Minecraft farm was so close to reality. Yeah, you want to talk about bad animal conditions. That damn Minecraft farm. A pizza chain said that covered health insurance for their workers would cost a whole 25 cents extra per pizza. It's an anti-meat industry video. Huh. Yeah, I feel like this is a good point because when you go to the store, you'll see like the free-range chicken or eggs, like animals are treated well. It costs like 2 times more. So I don't know why this video is saying it'll be like 10 cents more, when in reality the prices are so much higher at the store.
Further, and giving pigs outdoor access for at least 40% of their lives and 300 to 400% more
He reads more YouTube comments in his own chat. Bro, I read 4 comments. I read you guys all the time.
space indoors would increase the price per serving by another 80 cents. Just over 1% of pigs in the EU live in these or similar conditions. We can't know if this is really okay for
My audio's cutting out. No, not this again. No. Wait, let me see what it sounds like. No! Why is it cutting out? What the hell is going on? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Is it a lag thing? Hang on. It's got to be like a Wi-Fi thing then, right? Why are we cutting out? Oh, it's good? Okay, it was just for me. All right, we're all set. How many people are having audio problems right now? Say me if you're having an audio problem. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. All right, we're fine.
such a smart and social animal, but it starts resembling something decent. and all for about $1.2 or euros more per serving of pig. Cows. Cows raised for meat have it the best because they usually spend about 2/3 of their lives outdoors, making their lives pretty good. If they were in the wild, it'd be basically the same thing but less safe. Their lives are far from perfect though, especially at the end. The vast majority of cows spend the last months of their short lives in finishing feedlots, either prisons or torture camps where they're fattened to reach
Torture camps? What are they doing? Like, what kind of torture are we talking about? Super Chad!
their slaughter weight.
David 102 super chatted $4.99. The problem with this as a farmer is you can't charge what you want, you have to sell at market prices, especially with cattle.
Yeah, I'm sure, especially if you're like a small business farmer, like it's probably really hard to keep up with market prices, so you gotta cut costs. It's tough out there.
As fast as possible. Probably less than 5% of beef cattle in the US have lifelong access to outdoor pasture. And yet, a recent German study found that it only increases the price of beef by around 15%.
15% significant if you're trying to make a living with your business.
The life quality of cows varies widely even within countries and regions, depending on the available land, climate and farming traditions. So it's really impossible to make more easy and cheap suggestions to make their lives better. Dairy cows do have it much worse. They're often kept indoors for most of the year and suffer pain, soul ulcers.
Super chatted $1.99. Cattle love feedlots. This is BS. I work at one.
Oh wow, we're getting the perspective of someone who actually works at a farm. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on any of this shit. I'll take your word for it.
And lesions from standing on concrete. But once again, none of these things seem to be needed to have affordable milk. In Germany, outdoor pasture increases the price of the milk by about 10 cents per litre. We could go on with many other animals and farming.
Yeah, I mean, you know, certain people, I mean, milk's really cheap. A gallon of milk's like, what, $4? So that's not too bad, but certain people just don't want to see that price increase, especially with the inflation.
Practices, but the summary is clear.
What is Orange Peanut even about? Everything. We do a little bit of everything here. We do whatever we want.
For the animals we eat the most, upgrading their living conditions from outright torture to somewhat decent may cost you about 15% more for beef and milk, 50% for eggs and pork, and 100% for chicken meat. The meat of the issue. Opinion part.
Let's see.
Meat has gotten so cheap that we have to torture animals to keep the prices insanely low. This really is all there is to it. Food in developed countries is the cheapest it's been in history. In the US, the largest meat consumer in the world, an average person spends $330.
Am I gonna do more Unkbait videos and make it into a series? Maybe. I mean, if you guys really liked it that much, I hate to like beat a dead horse, but it was pretty funny. Maybe.
$7 a month on food, $88 on meat, eggs and dairy. If these became an average 50% more expensive, that would increase the monthly expenditure on food by about $43.
Yeah, that's pretty significant.
This may sound like a lot, but relative to income, this only means paying as much for food as US consumers did in 1987. In Germany, the average person spends about €70 a month on meat, eggs and dairy. If we increased prices by 50% on average to make the lives of these animals better in a really meaningful way, this would rise by about €35 to about 100.
Yeah, this is just speculation. I don't know for sure. I'm not going to act like an expert, but I feel like if you increase food, meat, and milk and egg prices by 35 to 50%, people are going to get really upset, like really upset. So it's a delicate issue to
€100. If this still sounds too expensive, it may be because around 20% of all meat people buy is simply thrown away. Meat got so cheap that we often don't eat it before it goes bad. It's no longer valuable. Okay, so if you go shopping, what can you do? It can feel like you can't do anything as an individual consumer, but this is not true. The market follows demand. So if you don't want to buy torture meat, look at the labels on holding conditions. If there is none, it is torture meat for sure. If there is, well, it's complicated. It's often unclear what different labels mean, if they're strictly enforced or legally binding. Some are great, others whitewashing. And we haven't talked about the most expensive meat so far, organic meat. You've probably noticed that many prices...
Yeah, what the hell does that even mean, organic meat? Super chat! Oh no.
Many Colored Journal 2, Patches London Adventure Super Chatted $1.99. What is your least favorite food?
Least favorite food. We hit our goal. Let me cook up a new goal real quick. I really hate tomatoes. Raw tomatoes, though. I don't know what it is. They just taste terrible to me. I like tomato sauce. I like ketchup. I like every form of tomato that is not the pure tomato. I don't know why. I just hate them. All right, we gotta spin that wheel for the last time, hopefully. If it gets on shotgun and seltzer again, I literally cannot do it. I'm out. So we'll just respin. Let's see what we got. Spin that wheel. Let's see. Today is really taking a beating on my body. Holy shit. That's a new one. Alright. I guess I gotta do this now. Could be worse. Could be like oiling up. And a lot of them are bad, actually. I definitely didn't want to watch a whole Darman video. Alright. Let's get it done. Let me get the camera to an optimal angle here. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Something like this. How does that look? Let me go to my OBS. I think that should be pretty good. Ignore my dirty ass shit on the floor. Hang on, that's a terrible angle. We'll do there. That's a much more flattering angle of my life. Okay. So I will be on camera if I go not here. This is a good angle. I go like, maybe like right here. There we go. That's a good push-up angle. All right. It was chest day today, so my titty's already hurt. But I don't know if I can do 50 straight. I'll try, but if not, I'll just do like 30 and then 20. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nope, it hurts. Oh my gosh! Ah, my tits! That was 30. Ow! Where's the guy that goes 0, 0, 0? Oh. Oh. It was chest day today, and I also benched yesterday. My titties hurt, but that was 30. Just give me a second, I'll give you 20 more. Oh. Oh, what a day of wheel spins. My goodness. Ah. All right, 20 more for you. Oh, I can't do 20. I'll do 10 and 10. Woo! Boobies, they hurt. 10 more. All right, there's 50 for you. Golly. Oh. Oh. That is not fun after chest day. Not fun at all. Now my camera's goofy. Are we good? Okay, that's a good setup. How many would I do fresh? It's been a while since I've tried to go in a row fresh. Last time I checked last year, it was like, I think I got 61 in a row. Whew. Alright, well that's exhausting. I think this is a good note to end stream on. When will you finish The Quarry? Probably never. That game was not super interesting to me, to be honest. Alright. Good stream today. We'll sing the outro in a second, Kanemi. Damn, that shit exhausted me. We shotgunned 3 times. We drank hot sauce. We did push-ups. That shit was exhausting, but it's time for lunch. It's time for lunch. Thank you all for tuning into the stream. Thank you for the super chats. Video coming out probably tomorrow or something. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys when I see you. Hope you all have a great day.